not much after 8, at 8:02 a.m. And we are speaking to you from the chambers of the, what is this, City Council. I am sitting in Reese's seat, and I'm thinking it's pretty hot. So we have a quorum right on time. Can we please take roll? We've got Reese. Here. Sam.
Here.
David.
Bill Kelly's here.
ML. BK.
Valerie's here.
Val is here. Police chief is here.
Scott's
and
here.
Scott is here. Missing are Rafael, Christine, and Sarah. Is that correct, Joan?
Correct.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion to approve.
I second it.
All, seconded by David. All in favor? All in favor?
Aye.
We have microphones and everything, so you really have to speak. How about a director report?
Certainly. Okay, well, on downtown business updates, Broadway Square, which is the Ace Development and Clausen Lofts, the townhome development behind Nor Technology, continue in the construction process. Unplug and Paint resale at 126 East 14 has opened for business, and a ribbon cutting date is to be determined. Eclectic Home at 133 West 14 Mile has opened for business. 116 South Main has submitted for a business license and certificate of occupancy. It is going to be known as Studio Sculpt at Moxie. The arena at 42 East 14 has changed ownership and is now known as The Brand. And outside the downtown, we have Sozai, a Japanese restaurant specialized in sushi, has opened at 449 West 14 Mile. They're carry-out only at this time. For COVID updates, the gatherings and mask order was updated on June 1st, and it is in effect through July 1st, and it's posted on downtownclawson.com in the news section. The entire link to the entire order is there. There is also on that same website, downtownclawson.com, is the MIOSHA, Michigan Occupational Safety and Health Administration requirements, which they changed to be closer to the CDC recommendations. On the grant programs, we continue to distribute products received through the Oakland Together Restaurant Relief Grant Program. And just to note that the application portal for the Restaurant Revitalization Fund, which is part of the Federal American Rescue Plan Act, it opened on May 3rd, and it remains open. It will remain open as long as there's funds. I checked it yesterday, and it is still open. So details on that and the link to the application are on downtownclawson.com/news. And just a reminder, under Main Street, that the National Main Street Center has launched an online resource tool for small businesses that provides consultative recommendations to all stages of business with 20 or fewer employees. Business groupings are for retail, service providers, and food and beverage. There are a lot of resources there. And we are still waiting for National Main Street Center to initiate the funding and the contract for the parking study by Rich and Associates. I also spoke with SEMCOG Monday. They are going to come and do a traffic study. So we are looking at 14 Mile and Main Streets. They will come sometime in the next, probably it's going to be July. They're going to come and they'll be looking at locations along 14 Mile primarily. And this is all part of looking at parking and traffic and how we improve both of those for downtown. Other updates, we have the East 14 Mile Alley, and I am happy to report that AT&T replaced the pole that was leaning so precariously. So there is a new pole there removing the pole and burying that line would have been awesome, but they gave a price of like $30,000, which was just a little outside of our budget. So they replaced the pole. It is standing straighter, and the guide wire is tighter to the pole, not so far out at an angle, and we will be able to now put up the arch. Although the entire alley needs to be graded and fixed ever since the concrete was put in there, that is about a 6-inch gap drop from where the concrete ends to the rest of the alley. AEW has shot some grades, and that was several weeks ago. We are supposed to be getting another plan from them to improve the drainage. Hopefully, we'll get an answer on that this week, and then we can finally wrap this project up.
Joan, is the plan to put the bricks on
Yes.
the ground and get rid of that concrete?
Yes.
Okay.
But again, they're going to have to determine, I think their original plan for how that water was going to run off and sheet down from the alley into the street actually decided that's not going to work. So we're waiting for the new plan. For Building and Planning Department update, the construction continues for the Elliott Street Apartment Complex on North Rochester Road. And there is the proposed development for office and apartment units at 516 North Main, which is a planned unit development, will be scheduled for the next council date. If it passes council, then that will go to the Planning Commission for site plan review. There is a sustainability of the Planning Commission, and they held their second meeting just a couple weeks ago. I think we're going to see some good things come out of that. And that's it for director report.
Thanks, Joan. For the city manager report, are you here for that? Because we don't have a city manager here today, right?
Yeah, I can, Mike's homesick, but just, I know we've talked about social districting, and Joan, just so you know, MACP, there's been, some hits on that, the Chiefs Association about it, and it said there's like a 7 to 8 month lag with LCC once plans are submitted, so I don't know if we're still, if it's still in the works to move on something like that, but it probably, according to, the information that's out there, might not be a this summer issue.
And
We intend to move ahead with it.
yeah, we'll move ahead with it because it'll be good for several years.
Sure. I'm just saying
yeah.
it's not a quick.
Right.
Not a
no.
speedy
I've talked-
organization, the MLCC.
Yeah, I've spoken with several other Main Street directors that have done it, so got a pretty good idea of the timing. We're ready to go. Our application is done, our mapping is done, so, but administration said they did not want it on this last agenda because it was too busy. What we need next is a recommendation or a resolution from council to go ahead. Once we have that, our paperwork's ready to go.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to give you that update. I know
Yeah.
you've been working on it and plugging away, and, we see and read different things.
Right, right.
I was shocked that it was a 7 to 8 month lag,
Yeah,
but you never know.
Yeah, I thought it was more like 3 to 4, but especially on the size of ours. But the other thing is, restaurants are this is to help give them extra waiting area, and they're having such a hard time now finding employees that even that might be an extra strain. So by the time we get this done, we'll maybe all tie in together and be ready.
Okay. That's all I have. I just wanted to touch base on that.
Thanks, Scott.
Yeah.
Thanks for that
Very much.
timing.
The design committee.
I think the only thing we were working on was the banners, right? Sorry.
Right, yeah, Valerie has done the design. They are in, the banner order has been submitted to American Flag and Banner. The flower baskets that were delivered on June 1st are now being hung. They were kept at DPW because there was no part-time person city could not find a part-time person that wanted to take on watering. So DPW is handling it during the week, and they have now a part-time person starting on Friday for the weekends. So,
There was somebody out here, as I pulled in, watering the flowers
yeah.
in their gator.
Yeah.
Looking pretty proud, too.
Yeah, DPW is doing it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, hiring has been a problem. So, anyway, we've been ready to go, and I know that I see on Facebook, didn't get the notice, but I think the nice ladies from the garden club planted additional flowers around the clock. Again, we did not have people to water, so they will get a good dousing
There was
today.
somebody up watering around the clock this morning with a watering can.
Yeah, okay, and DPW, I talked to them this morning, and they were gonna be hitting those up as long as they were doing the baskets too.
Are we posting that online for all the people that keep asking?
Yes, yeah, thank you. We'll take some pictures too. Sunnyside Landscaping finished the weeding and planting, replacing flowers and other grasses as needed, things that kind of didn't make it over the last 2 years. And DPW mulched the beds, so things are looking a lot better right now.
Getting back to those banners, seems like those were ordered a long time ago. Is,
No, actually, they weren't. The order has been lingering for lack of a graphic design person. Valerie worked on it, then
okay.
American Flag and Banner thought they had
Been on our
somebody,
end.
and they didn't.
Got it.
So it was just one of those, they couldn't find a person either, so,
Oh, all right.
yeah. Lack of employees seems to be causing some
Yeah, it's
issues.
a common theme.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Do we have anything from the organization committee?
No.
Promotion?
No, we are still holding off on doing any kind of event since, restaurants have asked not to go forward and do anything more, so
And that includes the
we're in a holding
movie.
pattern.
We're having no movie this year?
Well, that
Question
is,
mark?
that's something we could talk about.
Yeah,
It's a little late to pull it together for 4th of July weekend. We could do it towards the end of the summer.
I know residents love it, people love it in general.
We could do a
Right. We could,
pre-back-to-school movie night.
well, could do that. We could do the movie, just not do
Back to the
the,
Future. Get it?
Do it in the fall.
not do the, not
Oh,
do
the
the
dog days of summer
entertainment
in
part.
August.
I think that's the part that's, getting the movie and getting the screen set up, that is the easy part. Getting
All that stuff.
all the other stuff down there, the games and everything beforehand, that's what takes some work and organization. But if we didn't do that,
Maybe we should look at the game aspect and maybe scale it down or eliminate the games
well, that's, yeah. that's what I was
because
saying.
of COVID and people concerns.
I
Maybe
would
just
just
don't do
say
as
we're
much.
not doing the games this year. I'd like to stop saying because of COVID whenever possible. So
I would
think-
agree.
I think we
but
just say
being
that
I've
this year
already
we'll
said
do
it-
just a, no, you're gonna eat it.
Right,
Those words.
right.
But I think in any publicity, we just announce what we are doing that's a positive and not,
Sure, sure.
mention any
We
of the-
positively will think about eliminating those games.
I can kill the games.
The other part of that is, we normally pay for this movie out of business donations and sponsorships. They put ads on the screen, and how do we feel about asking businesses this year
Yeah, I don't feel
for their
good about that.
$100?
I don't feel good about asking businesses.
I don't
this
have any
year.
problem asking them. If they say no, we don't get any money, and if they say yes, we get money. We're
I
in a
don't know that
position-
we have it in our budget to,
But
do
we
it.
could also say, if we don't have, we could start by I recommend we start by looking for the sponsors. I can tell you right now, Leona Lulu and Three Cats will each kick in $100.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
We can
We're
show
always down.
a tenth of a movie.
That's, how many do we need?
12 to 14.
1,200 for the movie?
12 to 14 people at $100 each, correct? So we just got up to 300 right here without even trying.
I'll
Okay.
kick in 100 as
We'll
well.
go.
Yeah,
400.
I'll donate.
We'll go more than that.
Okay, we're halfway
We
there.
could too.
We'll do that.
Yeah, half of it,
500.
at
We're
least.
halfway home.
We can do it on the board here.
Anyway, I think with the donations from the board and other people, and there are people we can certainly put the arm on
Okay,
to do it. So why don't we make a plan to do a movie at the end of the summer? Back to the school movie? And because it's not the 4th of July thing, we just won't mention the games, we'll just do movie only? Because it's a new event.
that's fine.
And if people want to bring picnics or whatever, they can do that.
Well, that's positive,
Yeah.
not mentioning the games.
Yeah.
Just leave them out. Just run
Again.
right over them.
Close Main later than we normally do? In
Close
this
what?
Would we close Main Street later than we normally would?
We'd have to come up, we'll have to plan,
Yeah,
make a
like,
whole plan for it. But
think
yes,
about the hours and-
although people like to get there early to secure the places.
No.
And
that's
frankly,
where-
without the games, maybe they'll spend more time going into the businesses.
I'd be open to, throw that out there as far as like even waiting till after school started, because, whatever, call it a fall thing or whatever. But you might get a bigger turnout anyways, because everybody goes
Final
in
vacations.
August, they go up north, they want to get that last vacation in before school starts. But once school starts, there's nothing going on the weekends except for sports.
The hard thing about August, though, if we close Main Street, it's already closed one Saturday in August because of
No,
the
I
car
mean,
show.
doing it like in September after
So
school.
we would have 2 weekends that Main Street would be closed.
Yeah, that's not,
That's why I was
good.
saying maybe do it after school starts.
Yeah.
in September, a September movie?
A fall.
Is it too
sounds fun.
quick to do it on our normal Saturday after the 4th?
If we're
Which is
only
the-
doing.
what, the 9th?
I would depend on our vendor, if he's available.
No.
If we're only doing the movie, then we could possibly, but again,
I'd touch
I
short
just don't
notice.
wanna
I just
put-
wonder how many hands that we're going to get too if we do it like that, just because
I just don't want it to be a backlash if we close Main Street twice in 1 month on a
Right.
Saturday. That's the only thing I'm thinking about. I don't mind doing it, I just don't know
Why
what the
don't we,
backlash would
rather
be.
than having the whole conversation now, table it and put together the promotions committee, have a chat and figure out the best way to approach it
Right.
and come up with a
Okay.
plan.
yeah,
But I think
I'll
we all agree
contact
that
the
a plan
vendor.
is in order.
I'll get a hold of the vendor and even find out what availability is, and we can
Perfect.
start from there. And then if we have a short meeting of the promotion committee, if it's something that, we want to pull together next month, we could do it if it's just the movie. If it's later, that's fine too. So, okay, I will let you know where we are with that.
And if I could just say, just don't pick a date too quick, because obviously there's city services that go into it. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Right.
the police isn't, we're here, but Matt and, his scheduling of his crew on the
We
weekends,
wouldn't
et
pick a
cetera.
date until we talk to all the concerned players.
Yeah,
And
Right.
confirm it.
Right, yeah, it's been, 14 years? I think we finally kind of got the program down a little bit.
But if it goes too quick, I mean, he's got to schedule his.
Oh,
crews.
sure, yeah. We won't
Okay.
wait till the day before.
Business development
Nothing.
going on?
Nothing, just, I think we already talked about the
think we did too.
social district that kind of covers both of those.
Do we have any new business?
We do not.
We
We
do
do
not.
not have anything that we
And
have
do
to
we have
vote
anything
on.
old or hanging around that we need to clean up in the unfinished business category?
Is there anything going on with the Burger King? Just putting it out
People
there.
talk about it on Facebook,
And I'm
and
as positive as I can be
and
about
they
it.
say they should do something about it.
Yeah.
I don't know who
Does
they
anybody-
is, but
Is there any
Yeah.
interest on that? Has it been sold?
No, it's still for sale.
Oh, okay.
Last
Still for
I-
$1,000,000?
Last I knew, for anyone curious, it was 1.2 million, and it is for sale. The city doesn't own it, it's privately owned, so I'm sure that at that price, he would love to have an offer.
How about that old payroll building down there on South Main? Anything happening on that?
Not that
Anybody?
I'm aware of.
Yeah. The owners aren't doing anything with it either? Owner of the property?
We have not seen a site plan for it.
where you headed?
Just asking questions as positive as I can.
Okay.
I have a question, Mary Liz.
Yeah.
Since we just did this little thing, how are we going to meet moving forward?
How are we going to meet moving forward?
Yes, ma'am. Are we
Well,
going
that's
to
a good
Zoom?
question.
Are we going to hybrid, or do you like the, I mean, we told Ken he doesn't have to do this anymore, but how are we going to meet?
That's a good question. I would vote for in-person meetings because I think that they're better. And
I personally love this new seat that I have here. It's pretty
Well, me
awesome.
too.
I feel so cool, you know?
Although I don't feel like we're talking.
Yeah, no.
I mean, the only reason we were not in the community room is because they were taping. So we, of course, can meet in the community room like we have before. It was just the taping, so
And
if we're not going to.
somebody suggested that perhaps sometime we could have a DDA meeting in the morning at Leonalulu or Three Cats.
But have that taped.
It's on my phone.
That is certainly a possibility. We don't have to stay in the same location, but I still think a committee, the point of a committee is really networking and working together, and I continue to think it's better in person. However, I suggest that I make a motion because I have learned that the chair can make a motion. You learned it for me.
Ooh, we learned it.
I'd like to make a motion that we move back to in-person meetings. Does
Okay.
anyone care to second it?
I'll second that.
All in favor of meeting in person?
Aye.
All against? Okay, well then, all of us who are in person would have overruled the three who are not here anyway, should they wish to vote otherwise. So we will continue an in-person meeting format.
We just have to make sure when we notice it, that we say where it's going to be, that's all.
Yes, well, we'll
If it's
make a
here, community
plan.
room, that's
We
all.
will once we decide if we're going to move it to someplace else, we will announce 2 weeks before where it's going to be. Because also, wherever it's going to move, those people might like to know it's coming too.
Yeah.
I will ask the question about cable. Is there any plans that this is going to be on the city's channel?
Ken,
It
would you
used
like
to be.
answer that? You can pop your
So
head out.
far as right now, we're not showing this on cable.
Question is regarding cable TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're still ramping up those systems. Right now, we're live on YouTube, but the plan is to eventually also provide the feed back out to the local cable companies.
Okay. Do we have a timeline on that?
We're still working through that. Obviously, we've had a lot of things going on recently with bringing this system up to speed, doing the hybrid meetings. I would estimate probably by the end of July, somewhere in that time frame.
That's good, because the residents out there are demanding to see us on cable, and it's an uproar going on, so we really need to get out there and let the residents see us.
Ken, you know he's asking about the city cable channel.
I'm sorry?
You know he's asking about the city cable channel.
Yes, the city cable channel. There's actually a couple different cable companies
That's
that are served. And the plan is that we will get this feed and all the other meetings out on those cable channels as soon as we can.
Great.
Thank you. Anybody else have anything? Any public comments? Any motion to adjourn?
I will make a motion to adjourn.
Thanks, Val.
I will second it.
Thank you, Scott. All in favor?
Aye.
This meeting of the Clausen DDA is officially adjourned at 8:25. Thank you all for coming, and thank all of you who watched this. Tune in next time.
Hasta la
Riveting.
vista.